All right, let's go into a hamstring stretch using your exercise ball and a wall. So the first thing you want to do is lie on your back, getting fairly close to the wall. If the exercise is too intense or you can't get into it, you might be too close to the wall. If you're not feeling the stretch, you might need to get closer. You're going to start with the ball on the wall and place the heel of your stretching leg on the face of the ball. Your other leg can either just be rested on the floor like this, down here. If you're at the corner of a room or a doorway, this leg can just be lying flat out. That would be the most comfortable. But for the purposes here, I'll just keep the leg bent. I'm going to make sure I am pulling my tailbone into the floor and keep creating that natural little curvature of my low back. So I don't want my low back driving into the floor and having my tailbone or pelvis coming off the floor. I'm going to lose the stretch if I do that. So get your pelvis set first, and then what you're going to do is start to straighten out the knee of the stretching leg. As I get towards this stretch or straightened position, I start feeling the stretch through the hamstring in the back of the leg and maybe the calf. If you want more calf, pull your toes toward your knee. If you want to focus on the hamstring, you can point your toe down, take the calf out of the stretch. I can increase the intensity by applying pressure onto my thigh here, forcing the knee into a straighter position to stretch the hamstring more. And the really nice thing about having the ball here is I can start to play with my angles a little bit. So I can roll the ball across the wall this way. That starts to focus on the lateral hamstring and coming into the lateral aspect of my thigh. I can also roll the ball this way, and that starts to focus on the medial hamstring and maybe into even some of the adductors as well. And again, if I need to increase the intensity, I can scooch closer to the wall, and now I may not be able to straighten the knee as much, which is not a bad thing. As long as I'm still getting a stretch, stretching the hamstrings with a little bit more of a bent knee will focus a little bit more towards the attachment point up at the pelvis, as opposed to focusing more the attachments down by the knee.